Thomas wasn't at the gate, and Ray fought like a wildcat. We barely made it out of there alive. He was out of his mind and still out for blood. So I told him the secret of the medallion. I figured it was a fairy tale, but at least it would keep him busy. But it was true. It was real. The medallion led us to the entrance of an ancient vault. The door was already open, and I suspected why. Thomas. Somehow I just knew. Followed the faint light through a passage constructed centuries ago. It was right then and there I made up my mind. I knew what I had to do. I had to save my brothers.
I warned you, Thomas. I told you what would happen if you stole another woman from me.
William? You said he was dead.
That is what Juan said.
I told you what I would do. Didn't I tell you?
Thomas, don't. He'll kill you.
I loved you and you lied to me. Both of you. You betrayed me.
What do you want from me, Ray?
I want justice.
Oh my God.
I wanted so desperately to lead my lost brothers towards the light of the Lord. But I've failed us all. And now my brothers are mortal enemies. Why? For what? A woman? Gold? Maybe the time for talk is over. Maybe I can show them that there is something more important than pride and avarice and lust. I will not let you kill Thomas, Ray.
It's none of your business.
To get to him, you'll have to get past me.
Out of the way!
Ray, for Christ's sake, he doesn't have a gun!
You know what I'm capable of, Ray. I'm a murderer too now, just like you.
I won't tell you again, boy. Step away.
I'm reaching on 3. 1,
Do it.
2...
No!
Ray!
I've never been one to be superstitious, but maybe this gold is cursed.
How is it you're still breathing, Barnsby?
I don't know. That Apache chief took his knife, cut my ties, and set me free. Not a word why. Wasn't too hard to follow your trail. Must have been the good Lord's will. This gold will help me restore the army of the Confederate States of America. Under my command, the South will rise again, and this time we will be victorious!
Colonel, you've lost your goddamn mind.
And I think the time has come for you two to pay the price for your cowardice and desertion. Kill him, boys!
Marisa, run to the top! Run! What's that? What's that? We're all gonna die here. This place will be your grave. Kill him! Marisa, run! Marisa, run! You are a traitor to our cause. Thomas, go up! Your end will be the beginning of a new Confederacy.
Climb, or we'll be buried alive! Thomas, you'll die there! Climb, or we'll be buried alive! Thomas, go up! Look out!
To punish you.
That some bitch is over there! It's time to die, Barnaby!
Marisa!
Be the beginning of a new Confederacy.
You'll die, Borsby! You hear me? How many bullets you think you got left?
Come closer and see for yourself.
It all ends here, Borsby. Your dreams are being buried alive. You'll die here with us. What about the South, Borsby? You ready to let it slip away? Like I did with my family?
I propose that we meet on the field of honor. A fair fight between me and one of you. God will protect the righteous. Or are you too cowardly to face me man to man?
He's mine.
There were 3 of us in those bitter days, and each of us would have braved the fires of hell for the other. No one could stand against us when we stood together. 3 brothers. William, well, he was the best of us. A man of faith. He sacrificed his life to deliver me from evil, like the Savior himself, dying for our sins. Like Running River, who spared the murderer of his own child. William wanted me to find the Lord, and in his sacrifice, I did. Oh, we left the gold. We knew it was cursed. I put away my guns and dedicated my life to serving the Almighty. I became the preacher my brother William always wanted to be, and joined Thomas and Marissa in holy matrimony. William, I know you're looking down on us, and I want you to know your passing was not in vain. And though nothing is like it used to be, one thing remains: we are still a family. You know what I keep thinking about?
What's that?
Those buttermilk biscuits back at that hotel in Dodge City.
Ray, can we not talk about the goddamn biscuits again?
Warm and soft and fluffy and golden brown and...
Ray!
Oh, damn, they were good.
You remember them peach pies Ma used to make?
Remember the time I ate 3 of them that were cooling on the windowsill?
Yeah, she was spitting mad.
She paddled my behind so bad I couldn't sit or shit for a week.
I think it would behoove you two to reflect on what the good Lord said about greed.
Oh, here we go.
A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be unpunished. Proverbs 28, verse 20.
Jesus Christ, is Sunday school over now?
You should not take the Lord's name in vain, brother.
And you shouldn't be trying my patience.
It's pretty quiet.
Too quiet.
You think there's Apache out there?
What do you think?
I think we ought to get the hell out of here.
What was the name of that girl back in Abilene?
Which one?
The one you were seeing?
The blonde?
No, the redhead.
Actually, she was more of a brunette.
You weren't seeing a redhead?
Oh, yeah, there was a redhead.
So, what was her name?
Oh, Mary.
Wasn't Mary the blonde?
I believe she was.
So, you don't remember?
Apparently not.
I wonder if there's bears out here. You think there's bears?
You got me.
Wolves I can deal with. Bears are just too damn big, especially grizzlies. You ever see a grizz?
Nope.
One time I was relieving myself by a tree and
And at least a grizz will kill you right off. Not talk your damn ears off for days on end like some bitches I know. That was a hell of a fight.
reminded me of the first battle of Bull Run.
Yeah, them blue bellies broke and run like their pants was on fire. Is this Navajo territory?
Mm-mm. White Mountain Apache. But there's Mescalero around here. Ute, Yaqui.
Kiowa?
Oh yeah, them too. William, find some cover and stay low.
Why do you two have to face them down? What's wrong with turning the other cheek?
Nothing, if you don't mind dying.
We could run. Let's just run.
Daddy didn't teach us to turn tail and run, boy. McCalls don't back down. Is this rain ever gonna let up?
Hell, you needed a bath anyway.
You pissed off about something?
Why?
'Cause you ain't said a word in quite a while now.
Well, maybe I don't feel like talking.
Yeah, that's about as likely as beavers flying out of my butt.
So what happens to the white women that Apaches take prisoner?
It depends. Sometimes they'll pass the poor woman around and use her until she's dead or wishes she was. Sometimes they'll take her into the tribe as a wife, bearing babies like any other squaw. You know what I could use right now?
Swift kick in the ass.
Some of that whiskey.
The whiskey you already drunk?
Yeah, that whiskey. Did you remember Crazy Willie back at Fort Sumter? I was just thinking on him and thinking...
Jesus Christ, Ray, you ever shut up?
I'm just making conversation, brother.
Ray, you could talk the hide off a buffalo. It's getting to be the shank of the evening.
Maybe we better make camp, huh?
The blood on both your hands will not so easily wash away.
Better their blood than mine.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Right, and the meek will inherit the earth when hell freezes over. Smells like something up and died.
That's you, brother.
How do you know it's not you?
'Cause I'm standing right next to you, and that stink is wafting mighty strong.
Pa used to say, never approach a bull from the front, a horse from the rear, or a fool from any direction.
Pa had a lot of wisdom in him.
Yeah, and a lot of grit.
You take after him that way.
I got wisdom?
You got sand, more than sense.
You know what would be good right now? Ooh, a big, thick steak.
Y'all want some jerky?
It's like eating one of my goddamn boots. No, thank you. I need a T-bone. Bloody as hell. I may have brushed against some poison oak back there.
When you were relieving yourself in the bushes?
Either that or that whore in Dodge City gave me the damn clap.
Oh, that girl was ugly as a mud fence.
Oh, hell, they all look the same in the dark, brother.
Are we almost there yet?
Why, are you tiring of my company?
In a word, yeah.
Well, buck up, brother. I think we're almost there.
Well, I'm just glad that Mom's not alive to see what you two are doing with your lives.
Are you saying you're glad she's dead?
Of course not. You know what I'm saying.
God damn, this is a long ride.
You ain't good at a lot of things, Thomas. But you are an #1 expert at bellyaching.
I'll go to hell, Ray.
Oh, you were a whiner at age 2, and you've just gotten better at it over time.
Well, you're pretty quiet all of a sudden.
What do you care?
Just making an observation.
Well, maybe you should just shut the hell up.
Well, maybe you ought to kill that bug you have up your ass.
Don't you push me, little brother. Thomas, remember when Ma caught you in the barn with Melissa Cottenham?
What'd Ma do?
She poked Thomas in the ass with a pitchfork, and Melissa had to run all the way back home bare-ass naked.
I'm getting a little saddle sore.
Already?
Well, not everyone's a big hard ass like you, Ray.
How come you hardly ever say nothing?
You mean like you? Talking all the goddamn time whether you got something to say or not?
Well, pardon me for having a goddamn opinion.
My ass is getting numb.
So it'll match your head.
I wasn't talking to you.
Well, who the hell were you talking to then, your horse?
Go to hell, Ray.
Wish I could. I'm sure the company's a hell of a lot more interesting.
You're smelling kind of ripe, Ray.
Phew, look who's talking.
You both could use a bath.
You don't exactly smell like a daisy yourself, baby brother. Remember what Ma used to say?
She used to say a lot of things.
Good judgment comes from experience, and a lot of that comes from bad judgment.
You talking about you now, or you talking about me?
You know, I think that strumpet back in Juarez gave me some kind of social disease.
Why? Something fall off?
Not yet, but I think it's fixing to.
You hear that? What was that?
Well, it's probably not an Apache. They're silent as can be and pretty nigh damn impossible to see until they're right on top of you.
I hear that Comanches will stake their captives out on the ground and cut off their eyelids so the sun burns out their eyeballs. Then they slit open their bellies and leave them there to be eaten by wolves.
Well, it's a good thing we're not in Comanche country, hmm?
We better rest these horses pretty soon.
You getting tired?
I will if we gotta walk the rest of the way 'cause we killed the damn horses.
What was that? A coyote?
Or a Kiowa.
Well, let's just hope it wasn't the husband of that trollop you dallied with in Tombstone. Whew. Look at that view.
How can you doubt the existence of the Lord when you see such transcendent beauty?
Well, if there is a God, he lives out here, not in some dusty old church.
Hey, Ray, Thomas, have you two ever considered the tortures of hell and how you may have to endure them?
Brother, I spent a year in Elmira prison. That winter we lost 1,000 men. We slept with their rotten corpses because the ground was too frozen to bury 'em. Some nights it got down to 40 below. If the cold didn't kill you, the smallpox would. The little bit of food and water we did get just gave us dysentery. Now, I lost 40 pounds, and I would have perished if I hadn't escaped. So no, brother. Hell doesn't scare me one goddamn little bit. Whew, it's hotter than hell out here.
That ain't so bad.
I got sweat running down places I didn't know I had.
You sure this is the right way?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, you also assured me that girl in Abilene wasn't married.
Your hubby was a big old boy, wasn't he?
I don't mind fighting my own kind. These redskins, man, they give me the willies.
They're fierce fighters and show their enemies no quarter. But you can be damn sure our soldiers did just as bad to them or worse, murdering old men, women, and children. It's no wonder they can't stand the sight of us.
I wonder what the hell ever happened to old Cookie.
You got me.
I was just thinking about that time he made rat stew and told us it was chicken.
Yeah, it was pretty tasty. We got any more whiskey left?
Nope.
We had a whole bottle.
Had?
Did you drink it?
Well, somebody had to.